She slammed the phone down so hard the screen cracked, her voice already ripping through the marble hallway of their Manhattan penthouse. "You think I don't know about the transfers, Alex? You think I'm that stupid?" He stormed in from the study, tie loose, eyes bloodshot from another all-nighter at the firm. "Lower your voice, Elena. The kids are asleep upstairs. They should hear this," she hissed, stepping closer, her diamond bracelet catching the chandelier light like a weapon. "They should know their father is laundering money through their college funds." He grabbed her wrist mid-gesture. "Say that again outside this apartment, and I'll have you in court before breakfast." They froze like that, inches apart, the kind of silence that follows gunfire. From London, where their eldest daughter watched the leaked documents hit Twitter at 3 a.m., the first message pinged, "Mom, Dad, what the hell is this?" She was Elena Vasquez, 42, former Wall Street trader turned philanthropist, the woman who'd built 3 orphanages in Colombia while raising twins in a fortress of glass overlooking Central Park. He was Alexander Chen, 45, senior partner at Blackwell & Thorne, the man who'd closed the largest merger in fintech history last quarter. They had met at Harvard Business School, married in a vineyard in Napa, and for 15 years convinced the world, and themselves, that power couples could have it all. He released her wrist but didn't step back. "Those transfers were authorized," the board signed off. "Under your shell company in the Caymans," she said, pulling up the offshore registry on her tablet, the blue light carving shadows across her cheekbones. "Registered to your mother's maiden name, cute." He laughed, but it came out brittle. "You're one to talk about shell companies. Who paid for your charity gala in Monaco last month, the one with the silent auction where nothing was actually silent?" She flinched. "That was donor money, audited, unlike my bonus structure, my partnership equity. You want to burn this down, Elena, fine, but you light the match, we both go up in flames." They didn't notice the nanny cam in the hallway had auto-uploaded to the cloud. By morning, Vasquez Chen meltdown trended in 6 countries. She had started noticing the discrepancies 6 months earlier. $47.0 0 wire to a Panamanian account labeled consulting, you see, her initials. Except she'd never consulted for anyone in Panama. He had started staying later at the office after the Singapore deal collapsed, the one where the regulator found accounting irregularities, and fined the firm $180 million. His cut of the recovery fee was supposed to rebuild their Hamptons house. Instead, the architect kept getting paid in crypto. They still attended the Met Gala together. She wore vintage Dior. He wore the same tux from their wedding, tailored tighter. Photographers caught them laughing on the red carpet. The caption read, "Goals, he came home at 2:14 a.m. on a Tuesday, smelling of someone else's perfume. Maud and pear, not her signature orange blossom." She was waiting in the kitchen barefoot, holding a glass of the 1996 Screaming Eagle they'd saved for their 20th anniversary. "Pour one for your girlfriend," she asked. He didn't flinch. "Pour one for your lawyer. You'll need it." She set the glass down without drinking. "The SEC called. They want my emails, all of them." His face changed then. Not anger, calculation. "What did you give them?" "Nothing. Yet." She stepped closer. "But I will if you don't tell me why there's a second set of books in your desk drawer. The ones with my forged signature." He moved fast, pinning her against the Sub-Zero. "You went through my desk. I pay the mortgage on that desk, Alex. I pay for everything while you play offshore chess." They were nose to nose now, breathing the same furious air. "You want the truth," he whispered. "The Singapore regulator was going to indict me. The only way out was to make the loss disappear. Your charity was the perfect pass. Through. Clean money in, dirty money out. You never even noticed." Her knee came up fast. He blocked it with his thigh. "You used my orphans." Her voice cracked on the last word. "Keep your voice down," he repeated, but softer now, almost pleading. They agreed to separate bank accounts the next morning. Civilized. Clinical. Their lawyer drew up the papers in the same conference room where they'd once negotiated her prenup. She moved into the guest wing. He kept the master. The twins, Sophia and Mateo, were told Mommy and Daddy were taking a break to focus on work. But the break became a siege. She hired a forensic accountant. He hired a crisis PR firm. They started leaving each other post. It notes on the fridge like landmines. Your accountant called. Wants the Monaco receipts. Your PR firm billed $42K for reputation management. For who exactly? The twins intercepted one. Tell Mom the Cayman's account closes Friday. Or I tell the Journal. Sophia, 16 going on 40, confronted them in the media room. Is this about the money or the affair? She demanded. They both started talking at once. There's no, she, the affair was. Sophia held up her phone, a photo, Dad at Nabu with a woman whose hand was on his thigh, time, stamped last week. Mateo walked in then, AirPods dangling. TikTok's got 2 million views on your fight, by the way. Someone stitched it with the Wolf of Wall Street soundtrack. She reached for her son. He stepped back. Don't touch me with hands that signed fake documents. He tried for his daughter. She turned away. You taught us honesty was non-negotiable. Remember, that night, she packed a bag. He intercepted her at the elevator. You're not taking the kids. Watch me. They'll hate you when they learn you tanked their trust funds for revenge. She pressed the button. They'll hate us both. Difference is I'll sleep at night. The doors closed on his face. She checked into the Carlisle under her maiden name, ordered room service, opened her laptop. The forensic report was worse than she'd imagined. Not just laundering. Insider trading, her own trades executed through mirrored accounts. If the SEC pinned it on her, she'd lose everything. He texted at 3 a.m., we need to talk, alone, no lawyers. She almost deleted it. Instead, rooftop, 1 hour. He was already there when she arrived, city lights flickering in his glass of scotch. I can fix this, he said without turning. One signature. We merge the charities, roll the losses into a global initiative. The board eats it. The SEC looks the other way. She joined him at the railing, and the affair, over. She was a distraction. You were becoming someone else. Someone who asked questions. Someone who stopped trusting me. Wind whipped her hair across her face. She didn't brush it away. There's another way, she said quietly. I turn you in, take the kids, start over. He finally looked at her. You'd destroy us all. I'd save them from becoming us. He set the glass down. Then you should know, the mirrored trades. I set them up after you started digging. Insurance. If I go down, you go down. Mutual assured destruction, Wall Street style. She laughed, the sound echoing off the water towers. You beautiful bastard. He smiled, the old smile, the one from Napa. Takes one to know one. They stood in silence as the city kept moving below. Then she pulled out her phone, live, streaming. Hi, everyone, she said to the camera, angling it to catch them both. This is Elena Vasquez and Alexander Chen. We're about to make a decision that affects thousands of kids and millions of dollars. Comment below. Should we burn it all down or build something new? The views counter exploded. He leaned in, voice steady. Your move, partner.